quadratic equations is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. For example, x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. Now, how to solve this quadratic equation? First of all, I'll discuss the simple formula method which we have. In this, what we do is, first of all, find out three coefficients. Now, coefficient of x square, we have coefficient of x and the constant term. The coefficient of x square we denote it by a, coefficient of x we denote by b, and the constant term which is without any x we denote it by c. Now, in the if we allot these values a, b, c in the particular example, I'll get a equal to 1, b equal to minus 6, and c equal to 8. Now the solution, we also say the roots. So roots I can denote two solution I can denote by, say, alpha beta. That solution by the simple formula method would be an equation minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now putting these values in this, I get minus 6 plus minus under root minus 6 whole square minus 4 1 8 by 2 1, which is equal to 6 plus minus 36 minus 32 by 2, which is equal to 6 plus minus under root 4 by 2. So it becomes, say, 6 plus minus under root 4 by 2, which is equal to 6 plus minus 2 by 2. What we get is 6 plus 2, which is 8 by 2, that is equal to 4, and secondly we get 6 minus 2 by 2, which is 4 by 2 is equal to 2. So we get two solutions, x is equal to 4 or x equal to 2. Now these are the solutions which we get if we solve the equation x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. If you observe, there are two solutions to it. Now in a linear equation, there is only one solution to equation. So basically I can just prove here that this quadratic equation is nothing but a combination of two linear equations. For example, if I take this x equal to 4, multiply, subtract minus 4 from each side, I get my x minus 4 equal to 0, and x equal to 2, I subtract 2 from each side, I get x minus 2 equal to 0. This and this I multiply, so I take this multiply by this, x minus 4, x minus 2, and I multiply the right hand side also. So basically I am taking these two linear equations, I am multiplying their left hand side and I am multiplying their right hand side, and because these are equal, so I am equating these two. So if we solve this, then we get x square minus 2x minus 4x plus 8 equal to 0 to 0 0. So x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. So basically we got the original quadratic equation if we solve the two linear equation x minus 4 and x minus 2 equal to 0. And x minus 4, this linear equation is nothing but the solution of the quadratic equation. Now how to represent this on a graph? If we were to represent these particular solution on a graph. So let's say this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 2 and 4 are the solution of this particular quadratic equation. So I'll mark them by a circle. If I have to represent x square minus 6x plus 2 8, this function on this graph, then first of all I'll check what is the value of a. Is it greater than 0? Yes, it is greater than 0, because a equal to 1 in this case. So I'll just draw parabola, upward parabola, which is passing through 2 and 4. Now what if a was less than 0? Then the parabola would have been a downward parabola but passing through 2 and 4, and this is nothing but x square minus 6x plus 8. Now I'll take another example. Let's say this is x and this is y, and this is say 1, 2 and 3, and a parabola goes like this. Now what does this denote? Basically this denotes that x equal to 3, and since it is a quadratic equation and there has to be two solutions, but this one is touching the x-axis on at only one point, x equal to 3. That means what we get is two equal solutions to it, and this will be represented by say x equal to 3 and x equal to 3. So x minus 3 equal to 0 and x minus 3 equal to 0. So if I expand this, I get the required quadratic equation. Now, which is nothing but say if I solve it quickly, I get x square minus 3x minus 3x plus 9. So x square minus 6x plus 9 equal to 0. So this is x square minus 6x plus 9. Now what is the, if we say another case to it, there is a possibility that this doesn't touch x-axis at all. So if it was touching 2 points, then we had two distinct solutions. So in that case it was 2 and 4. It was touching 1 point, then we get two solutions but equal. So x equal to 3 and x equal to 3. But if it doesn't touch at all, then we get no solution. So at what criteria is this possible? Now let's say I'll take an example, x square plus x plus 1. Now this is x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0 is one such quadratic equation which doesn't have any solution. It will be represented by this particular graph. Now if I see the solution of this will be the solution alpha beta equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. So this will be equal to minus 1 plus minus 1 minus 4 1 1 by 2 1, which is minus 1 plus minus 1 minus 4 is minus 3. So basically I am getting a negative number in the under root, and since there is no real number for which a negative under root exists, so that's why we get no solution for this. Had it been 3 and positive sign, the solution would have been there. But under root of negative number, it's an imaginary number. It's not a real number. That's why we don't get any solution. So this will not touch at x-axis at all. Just remember, if it touches x-axis at some point at any point, then we get some real solution, and if it doesn't touch x-axis at all, then we don't get any solution. Now taking that example only, this one here, if you see, if the value of x is between 2 and 4, this y becomes negative. So this is another thing which you are observing. So that means x square minus 6x plus 8 is less than 0 when x belongs to 2, 4, and it is equal to 0 when x equal to 2 or 4, and if x is less than 2 and x is greater than 4, then it becomes greater than 0 because y is greater than 0. So this is the graphical approach to solving quadratic equations, and this is the method which we discussed is the formula.